So welcome to our very easy to use AXS Machine 101 guide. So we'll solve all your problems. So this is our website and there are many functions available. Did you know that these are the labeled parts of the AXS machine?
Ooh, this is so useful.
Yes, there are 9 labeled parts of the AXS machine. Now let's find out more about what this experiment is about.
Now let's move on to the experiment. We conducted an experiment on the usability of the AXS machine. We did it in NTU, mainly in the South and North Spine on campus. We made sure that the interfaces of the machine were the same before carrying out the experiment. 6 random NTU students were recruited, and there were 3 males and 3 females. We briefed them on the details of the experiment and told them that there were 4 scenarios that they had to do. They were also informed that filming would take place, with one camera focusing on their expressions and another on the machine screen. Last but not least, we gave them a post-test survey and thanked them for their participation. Now we'll show you a short overview of our experiment. Please enjoy!
Ooh, that's so interesting.
Yes, okay, so as you can see from this video, we have a total of 4 scenarios in our experiment. The first scenario is to pay Singtel phone bill, as seen over here. Yes. And the second scenario is to top up your EZ-Link card and as well to check how much your EZ-Link card balance is. The third scenario is to book BBQ pits at the West Coast Park on a stipulated day and time for your family, and this is seen here. And lastly, the fourth scenario is to buy movie tickets, but do note that we asked the participants to buy movie tickets for Batman vs Superman and for a group of 10 people at this specific day and movie cinema.
Oh, okay.
Now, let's look at each scenario in detail. Firstly, scenario 1, pay Singtel phone bill. So the ideal steps for this scenario is to firstly, select bills. Secondly, select Singtel. Thirdly, to scan the barcode, which you will have to place your Singtel phone bill at the barcode scanner. And the fifth step, you click confirm, followed by the last step, which is click proceed payment summary. So let's see the problems faced by our participants in this scenario.
In scenario 1, where subjects have to pay a phone bill, one of our subjects actually faced a problem where he needs to scan his phone bill. As you see from his expression, he was not sure which side he should scan the bill. He proceeded to look for the barcode scanner where he needs to bend 90 degrees to look for it. After referring to the display on the screen where they showed the ideal way, he managed to scan the phone bill.
So as we can see from this video, the barcode scanner was placed too deep within the machine. Most of the subjects were only able to locate the barcode after the red light was turned on. Also, we noticed that the image on the AXS machine screen was a bit small in relation to the whole screen, as such, making it easy to miss. Our first recommendation is that the size of the display be made bigger so as to make it more conspicuous for the users to see. our second recommendation is to have big red arrows pointing downwards to direct the user's attention to the lower part of the machine.
Ooh, I think this is very helpful for me also.
That's good!
Now let's move on to scenario 2. Participants were told to top up their EasyLink card. So I'll now bring you through the ideal steps. The first step is to select top up. Second step is to select EasyLink. Thirdly, choose the select top up EasyLink card. Next, place your EasyLink card on the card reader. Then, check your card balance and select an amount to top up.
Ooh, now I know how to top up my card.
However, the participants faced a few problems. The first was that there wasn't a check card balance option. The balance of the card was only shown when users select the top-up option. Hence, we recommend that the machine should have an additional top-up function for convenience. This also resolves the issue of users using trial and error to find out how to check their card balance, as seen in the video previously.
So now let's move on to scenario 3 of our experiment. So scenario 3 is to book the BBQ pits. So the ideal steps are firstly to select lifestyle, secondly select NParks BBQ, thirdly to select continue, fourth to select BBQ pit booking, fifth step is to read the terms and condition and select I agree. The sixth step, to key in our preferred date location as well as to choose the location of our BBQ. For this one, it's West Coast Park. Step 7, to click continue. Step 8, to select two of our preferred pits and click continue. And in step 9, to key in our particulars, such as the name, IC number, mobile, and contact number. And for the last step, to confirm our booking details, particulars, and make payment. So let's see what problems our participants face in this scenario. The first problem.
In this scenario where subjects are supposed to book barbecue pits, here is where they face a problem when it states here that there's invalid booking date. Subjects are not sure whether the date itself is unavailable or it's due to other error. After a while, the subject will realize that beside the box, they labeled how to type in the date and they will type accordingly.
Yes, so as seen in the video above, we all saw how inflexible the input of date was. The machine insists on a DDMMYYYY format. However, many of our users typed in DMYY format, causing an invalid booking date to appear and preventing them to move on.
Yeah, I faced this too. It's really annoying.
Oh dear. And so therefore, we recommend that the machine to have a calendar to show and allow the users to choose their dates. This will solve the problem of having a fixed date structure.
This is so convenient and I always see this everywhere.
Yes, indeed. Now let's see what other problems our participants face in this scenario.
Another problem in this scenario is when subjects have to fill in their particulars after selecting the barbecue pits that they want to book. You can see here that the name, NRIC, mobile number, and contact number is filled in. However, feedback is given that it is an invalid contact number. So after a few tries of trying to change the number, trying to use other contact numbers, subject actually just decided to backspace the contact and then just press continue and they managed to proceed with the task.
So another problem that we noticed in this scenario was that there was a very misleading label, contact number. Here, it doesn't suggest home number, and hence, when users keyed in their handphone numbers again, there was a flashing red invalid contact number as seen in the video. This caused participants to either be fed up and unsure of what to do, leave it blank, or type in their home number.
Yeah, it took so long. I was doing it until I was sweating.
Oh dear, you faced that problem too?
Yeah.
So therefore, we recommend that the AXS machine relabel that blank to home number and possibly put in an optional word behind it. Therefore, it will make it clear to users what number to key in.
Yeah.
Lastly, we also noticed that the BBQ map on the screen is very small, which makes it hard to see which BBQ pit is beside which. Some users even tried to zoom in using their thumbs and index finger like how we zoom in on the phone. So therefore, we recommend that there is a zooming function on the AXS machine to allow users to see the map clearly and book the appropriate pits.
Yeah, this is very useful.
That's good.
Last but not least, there is scenario 4. Participants had to buy movie tickets from Golden Village. Firstly, they had to select ticketing, then select Golden Village. Next, select buy tickets and choose your cinema. Select Jurong Point. Then select your preferred movie, which is Batman vs Superman, and the preferred date and timing. Next, you have to select the number of tickets that you want. However, since the machine doesn't allow transactions above 9 tickets, users will have to split their transactions into 2 parts. Key in your phone number and IC number for reference. And last but not least, confirm your booking details and click DPay to make payment. The participants also face many problems here. Let's take a look.
In scenario 3, where subjects are required to buy movie tickets, subjects tend to have problems as well. Oh no, this is where the problem starts. They choose movie instead of choose cinema. But who have known? Anyway, let's see what happens next. So subject will realize that there are no tickets for the venue that we asked them to choose. So some of them actually asked us like what should they do after this. But we told them to keep trying. 2 hours later. So we told the subjects to go back to the page where they made mistake and select choose cinema instead. And they can do it after that. Look how happy they are after completion.
As seen in the video, the Choose Movie function only displayed the top 5 films showing, and users had to go back to select the Choose Cinema button instead, which was a big waste of time. Also, the progress bar at the side did not allow for toggling. Hence, we recommend that all films should be displayed when users click on the Choose Movie button. And the progress bar should also allow toggling for convenience.
Yeah, this is much more convenient for me than having to keep on pressing back and forth.
Yes, now let's see the second problem that participants faced.
In this scenario, where subjects have to purchase 10 movie tickets, they will realize that there's no 10 tickets option. They will start to look at us and ask us how to proceed because there's no 10 tickets. So we advise them to do 2 transactions, which is 5 tickets each or 9 tickets and then 1 ticket after that. With that instruction, they can proceed on doing the task.
Oh my god, this is so relatable. I have more than 9 friends to watch movie with, and then they don't let me choose more than 9? How?
Oh no! As you can see, participants could not purchase more than 9 tickets and thus had to split their transactions up. Hence, what we recommend is that users get to key in the exact number of tickets that they want so that transactions do not need to be split up. This allows for flexibility.
Yeah, this is so much easier, and then I don't have to spend so long on the machine. Then I sweat some more.
Oh no! The last problem is that the machine did not allow for seat selections. Hence, we recommend that users should be allowed to select their seats.
Yeah, then I can see all my friends. I don't want to be separated with them.
Now, we move on to other general problems that we noticed in this experiment. These problems are not specific to any scenario but will affect the usability of the AXS machine. Firstly, the spacebar key of the AXS machine is not a continuous bar like what we see on our traditional keyboard. This will cause confusion among the users, and some even thought that it was the left click and the right click button, as they were not sure of what these keys stood for. Also because there was no mouse or trackpad around. We therefore suggest that the keyboard spacebar key is one continuous long bar. The second problem that we noticed is that the keyboard was placed below the eye level, and that resulted in some participants not knowing where and how to key in their particulars when they needed to. Some even seemed to be waiting for a touchscreen keyboard to appear. And so therefore, we suggest that a touchscreen keyboard be part of the system and appear whenever the users need to enter their details. This is also how all the touchscreen gadgets work nowadays, so participants won't be confused. Let's take a look at a video.
You should notice another problem, which is participants will start to tap the box a few times, hoping that the on-screen keyboard will appear. After tapping the box for countless times, they will realize that there's no feedback, so they start to look at the keyboard and they will start to type in the date instead.
Yeah, this is also like so relatable to me because like I was also expecting the keypad to come out.
I hope this touchscreen keyboard will then fix your problem.
Yeah, it'll be so much easier.
Now we move on to problem 3. Problem 3 is that there's a lot of information on the home page. Users are faced with information overload. Thus, we suggest that there will be a main menu that is more summarized and salient to users. The last problem is that tabs were written in both English and Chinese. This makes things look very cluttered, increasing the cognitive load of the user. Some tabs had both languages and others with only English, which make things very confusing as well. Also, there was no Malay or Tamil languages available. Hence, what we recommend is that there should be an option to select users' preferred languages at the main menu to cater to users of all races.
Oh, your study seems great, but I think maybe you all miss out certain things.
Yes, sadly we do have some limitations. So the first limitation is that we have a limited scope. We only got to sample a small sample size of 6 NTU students, and they are all of the same age range, ranging from 19 to 25 years old. Hence, our sample cannot be generalized to the population. The second limitation was that there was performance pressure. Participants may have felt performance pressure as there were 2 cameras on them, and this might have affected their performances in one way or another.
Oh, so what else do you plan to do?
So in our future directions for this study, we would like to understand the mindset of those who have been faithfully using the AXS machine all these while. This could go a long way in helping us identify the problems, tailoring our recommendations, and cater them to improving the usability of the machine, especially for these frequent users.
Oh, that's great.
So I hope you have a fun time looking through our website, and feel free to come back to this website when you need help again.